Hey, what's up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today, talking about Team Liquid's new head coach is going to be Jatt, actually. Yes, TSM Jatt, CLG Jatt, Caster Jatt is going to be Team Liquid's head coach for the 2020 LCS Summer Split. Obviously, this is not the first time we've seen a caster personality move toward an esports org. You had Deficio going to Origin, Papa Smithy going to 100 Thieves, Pyra obviously is a caster and then also works for an esports org in Oceania. You also had Shox and Kobe going freelance. So this is not the first time we've obviously seen a caster personality try to expand their horizons, and I think that this can be a good thing, but it obviously depends on the level at which he's going to bring to be a head coach, because obviously being a head coach is not as easy as someone would like you to believe. It's not about just giving the team what they want and drafting what they want. That's not what a head coach does, actually. If you have ever watched traditional sports, you would know what head coaches do. And, you know, slowly but surely, that philosophy, I think, is going to be adapted into, League of Legends, since obviously we have head coaches for the orgs in any of the major regions. And I think that people get the wrong idea of what a head coach actually is and what a general manager is. But once I saw Team Liquid's subscription feed pop up for a notification, I was like, what is this? And then it said, welcome Jatt. And I was like, is this a joke? But no, Jatt is going to be their head coach. And I have some things to say about this, but I want to play the video first, and let's see what he actually has to say.
My name is Josh Leisman, otherwise known as Jatt, and I am going to be the new head coach for Team Liquid. This is really, really exciting because I've been involved with League of Legends for about 10 years at this point. First as a player, then as a pro player, then as a QA analyst, then as a shoutcaster, then as a game designer, then as a shoutcaster again. And the whole time, I've really been trying to learn more about the game, talking about the game, communicating about the game, and hopefully all of that League of Legends experience throughout the last 10 years of my life can be put towards a competitive use now. I definitely don't think the transition is going to be easy, but I don't think it's that uncommon. When I look towards traditional sports and take basketball as an example, former coaches can become color commentators, or color commentators can become coaches. It is actually something that feels somewhat natural, even if it is such a big change. I've spent so long analyzing why things are happening. I have my own opinions of what I think is best, but I think I'm pretty strong at understanding where players are coming from. So hopefully the years I've spent analyzing the game, the time I've spent thinking about the balance of the game, what's strong, what's weak, and then also my communication skills that I've been improving, I think can actually be a really good fit for a coaching role. The fact that it's an org who has actually won 4 of the past 5 splits, and it's still a really stacked roster. There are 2 former world champions. There is Broxa, who was a world's finalist. Jensen was the MSI finalist last year, and then Tactical, who, while young and unproven, can infuse a lot of new energy in a very experienced, very dedicated, very motivated overall environment. Thinking about all the pieces and how I might be able to go in and assist those guys in trying to be the best version of themselves, so many things make sense about Team Liquid that made me really excited to take on the head coaching role. I think one thing, watching the squad episode at the end of the spring split, is it was clear that all the players in Team Liquid felt like they lacked an identity. And I'm not going to be the type of coach that comes in and says, this is our identity, this is how we're going to play. I'm hoping that I'm able to gather all the information from the players and the coaches, and then help align everyone towards the same goal, because that's how we'll find an identity that everyone's able to buy into. So I'm really hoping to work together with the team and just build this thing up so everyone's on the same page. Pick ban is going to be really fun. It's something that is probably over-discussed in the analyst community, and I'm really looking forward to getting into the nitty-gritty and being decisive. I don't want to give away too much about the explicit way I'm going to be drafting, but it's going to be a collaborative effort between myself, Kane, Dodo, the players. Everyone needs to be comfortable towards what is a cohesive vision, and then once all of that is in line, ideally when you're up on stage, you're just streamlined in your decision-making process, and that's kind of the hope, but it's obviously much easier said than done. Once we've worked through more of our processes and figured out all of those things down the line, there's so much built up that I just want to do. So I will definitely be hopefully more relaxed once we're in the nitty-gritty, the week to week of the season, because right now there are just so many thoughts swirling around in my head about what I want to do next. What should we do in 2 months? How will I handle this situation? How will I handle that situation? And most of it is just pure excitement. I think overall the story of Summer Split should hopefully be redemption, and it can hopefully move them towards more. I think people often take for granted how difficult it can be to win an LCS split, and I think Liquid is still capable of doing that. Internationally, I don't just want to be reacting to what happens every year, and I really, really want NA to do better, and I really hope I can be a part of that. So Liquid, I think, is the best place for me to have that impact.
Wow. Jatt is on Team Liquid as a head coach. My boy. That's my boy right there. Good job, Jatt. Let's give a round of applause for him. He's been a part of the esports scene for so long, you know. I always kind of thought of him as more of an analyst than a head coach, because people got to factor in, if you're a head coach, there's a lot that goes into it, as he did say before. So if you guys are basically unfamiliar with traditional sports, a head coach has a lot to do and a lot to run, and there's a lot that basically has to go in that gets people to understand what your actual vision is. So I'm really excited for him. Obviously, it's going to be really great when Cloud9 clap TL's asshole again. It's always a pleasure to see that. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out. Peace.
Hi there, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.